Let's talk some more small business and jobs. You are listening to Get Down to Business. I'm your host, Shalom Klein. We are joined on the phone with my good friend Tom Peters, who heads up the operations for a facility that is actually my neighbor, Symbol Job Training, that is really a leader in the world of manufacturing. And manufacturing, Tom, is probably one of the areas of growth where there are a lot of jobs. And in fact, there is so much demand. I think you're having a difficult time sort of keeping up with it, aren't you?
Yeah, no, it's definitely hot and heavy these days, and it is a very high in-demand profession and industry. So, again, thank you for having me on here. With manufacturing, especially now kind of going further with the reshoring efforts, I believe over the past years you might have heard of offshoring efforts where jobs were heading out over to China and Mexico, et cetera, but now a lot of the companies have kind of ran their numbers and experienced it firsthand that there were a lot of hidden costs associated with these offshoring efforts. So there's a big push now of reshoring, which is kind of bringing those jobs back here to the States, especially since the U.S. is such a large market and, from consumer products, et cetera. So, yeah. Fantastic.
So Symbol Job Training is really training the future employees in the world of manufacturing, the folks that are going to make all the different pieces that go into our cars, the pieces that we live with so often, but probably don't think very much about how they're being made. So you're creating those professionals, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely. We're creating kind of the machinists of tomorrow. Which, it's a very vital skill set to be able to make these parts, obviously, more importantly, operate the machinery that is responsible for manufacturing these products and parts. So
let's talk
absolutely.
Machinists. Let's talk machinists. So what's the average salary for a machinist that comes through your program?
So an average salary starting out, it could be anywhere between $40,000 to $60,000 coming out. So that's great money, and I'm talking about just with a 4-month training course here at Symbol without a college degree. So it's good money to be made. There's some overtime hours that might be involved there, but still it's a very great salary to become self-sufficient and earn a living that way, earn an honest living, and then the kind of the sky's the limit with it, where 10 years down the line, if you learn a little bit more, you could be making in the 6 figures.
And in the Chicagoland area, are the jobs for the machinists, are they available?
Oh, absolutely. As a matter of fact, we held a job fair here on site in Skokie at our training facility, and we had about 15 employers come in, and these are manufacturers, so not staffing agencies, and they were just looking for direct hires, and they needed them, to fill these jobs in essence yesterday. So it's there's a certain very high demand for this, and I don't believe it's going away because there's just not enough people entering the field, and even those who are in the field, they're kind of what you might have heard of a graying workforce. So they're going to be leaving the field just due to age.
And clearly the growth is there because not only do you have your training facility in Skokie, but you now have opened up a second location in Addison and really getting ready to train even more machinists and fill even more jobs. So how many people come through your program every year?
So every year, we've kind of grown gradually over the years, but last year we had about 230 to 250 students come through, and this year hopefully we'll have a little bit more, and that's still not enough to keep up with the demands because there's thousands of jobs that are still left available, or even machines being left vacant, just because it's not because of lack of business, but because of lack of that human capital or the talent pipeline.
And you must sleep very well at night knowing that over 200 people are going through your program, and hopefully receiving a job at the end of the line, that they're making what we always refer to as definitely a living wage, a wage that they will be able to support their family, and that's so important. It's been a tough few years, a tough economy, and the fact that you guys are really embracing this is fantastic. And the truth is, you're not the only ones that are sort of being vocal advocates for the industry. I know I visited at your facility, and you've had many elected officials, including Congresswoman Schakowsky, a number of local elected officials. Tell us about some of the things that they've told you.
Yeah, so they're certainly like Congresswoman Schakowsky. We're right in her district here, and she has the manufacturing industry very close to her heart, as well as Congressman Schneider as well. So they understand that it's kind of a political slam dunk anyway when you're talking about jobs that need to be created in manufacturing, and just kind of that's also very healthy for our economy to be making parts, or creating wealth through manufacturing rather than giving all of our wealth away to another country, through imports, in essence.
It is a political slam dunk, and something that Republicans, Democrats, I'm sure you're going to get a lot of agreement and a lot of support for what Symbol Job Training is doing. So, Tom, we've got about 30 seconds remaining in this segment. Tell us how people can learn more about your training programs and reach you.
Yeah, certainly. So they can, I recommend you come out to our website. It's www.symbol, and that's SYMBOL, training.edu, so all one word, www.symboltraining.edu, or you could give us a call at 847-673-6500, or just feel free to shoot me an email at tpeters@symboljobtraining.com, and we're more than happy to answer any and all questions.
Thanks, Tom, for joining us on the show. And Symbol Job Training is training the machinists of tomorrow, family business, which is great. We are all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship on Get Down to Business.